What's up, my friends? Mr. Gallows, of course. Welcome back to another vlog, and continuing with our Grammys or Scammies coverage today, I wanted to talk about another aspect of the music industry that caught my attention recently. And if you guys want to see me talk about the Grammys, I already uploaded a whole video on that. Just search, Danny Gallows Grammys, and you'll see that whole video. It's just me talking about how it's just the biggest collection of losers and posers. They're all producer artists. They're not real artists and musicians. They're just all, producer musicians who are, it's a popularity contest, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it's a popularity contest. It's a scam. I don't know why it's going on. But anyway, that's beside the point. You guys want to watch that video, you can check that out. But for today's video, for this video right here, what I wanted to talk about was Lincoln's new ad campaign that they put out recently. Some of you may have seen it, some of you might have not, so I wanted to explain what that was. And what Lincoln is doing, or what they're saying they're doing, is they're going out and they're looking for the next great artist to attach to their car commercials. Now, why I would never participate in an activity like that is perfectly conveyed here in an online post that I found on Reddit that I just want to read, and that I just want to read this post and then I'll comment on it afterwards. So, what this guy's saying here is this. He says, "Unless you are a young actor, you shouldn't be doing advertisements. Letting someone buy something as personal as the emotions conveyed in songs to help sell a product is wrong, and the art is no longer as genuine." Right? And that's true. That's the point. Letting a company use your art for advertisement is as close to selling your soul as you can get. Strong words, but again, true. Advertisements do nothing for society but promote consumerism, and by letting a company use your music to achieve that, you are just as bad as them. Right? And so that's the point that I'm trying to convey in this video. Why would I never attach my music to a car commercial? Why would I never let car companies or any major corporation be a part of my music? Because I don't want to take the quick and easy path, man. Like, to me, I see all these musicians on there, and Lincoln has posted all these musicians, and it's like, it's 2 white guys and I think 2 black women, and they're all sitting there, one's playing a piano, and the rest of them are playing, acoustic guitars, and all the people playing acoustic guitars, they're all down in, the 2nd and the 3rd fret, G, D, E, A. I mean, it's just like they're just playing this generic acoustic and piano music, this kind of like emotional acoustic music and emotional piano music. It's car commercial music. It's like Lincoln's not looking for the next great musician. They're looking for the next great commercial-friendly musician, the next great advertiser musician. It's basically like American Idol, right? But it's just in car commercial form. You think that if I was playing hardcore or death metal music, you think that Lincoln would take me on? Of course not. They're looking for these sappy, single, emotional musicians who you'd see on American Idol. And that's why I don't do it, because it's so fake. And the other reason why I don't do it is because, like I said, I would never take the quick and easy path, right? Attaching your music to a major corporation, to me anyway, is basically you admitting that your music is not good enough to be heard on its own. It has nothing to do with promotion. Music should always promote itself. Always should promote itself. You should never have to attach yourself to major brands or corporation because you're saying, well, I'm worried that my music is never going to get heard and I'm impatient, so I'd like to attach myself to this major corporation so that they can promote my music. I'm sorry, but I just don't feel like that. I create music for the sheer joy of creating music. I create music because I am a creator, because I'm a natural artist. I just create music because I have music flowing through me and it needs to come out somehow. And so I would never attach myself to a major brand because it's like not only is it showing how impatient you are, but it's showing a level of paranoia also in a lot of ways, because it's like they know, it's almost like deep down they secretly know that this sappy, generic, unoriginal, unimaginative music that they're playing would never get plays in the real world. So you have to advertise yourself in this big way. You have to sell yourself out to corporations. You know how I feel about that? I feel that if I'm not worried about playing live shows and heavy promotion and stuff like that. If my music ends up staying on the underground all of its life because it can't promote itself, so be it. but at least I didn't take the quick and easy path and sell out to a car company in order to get my music promoted. And by the way, where are all these musicians that you normally see on car commercials? Because it's not the first time this has happened. Lincoln's not the only company to do this, right? Lots of car commercials and insurance companies and stuff like that have featured musicians in their commercials. Where are they now? Are they the next big thing? Nope, they faded into obscurity, right? Because they're so generic and so unimagined. They're just using them temporary. It's a temporary thing in order to promote the car. You're promoting the car. You're not promoting your music. People don't really care about the music. They care about the story that's behind the musician that's also attached to again, it's using emotions. They're using that emotional angle to sell music. And that's why I just don't believe in it, because it's like, music, and a lot of you guys out there would be like, well, dude, you have a monetized YouTube channel. You have, advertisers promoting themselves on your YouTube channel. That's different, because my YouTube channels are used for entertainment. It doesn't mean that I don't love discussing things and interacting with my fans and creating those videos and writing those scripts. I love doing that. I have a passion for doing those things. But my YouTube channel is for entertainment. Music is something that you carve out of your soul. It's something that you carved yourself, that I made myself. My books, my music, my art, that's something that I made myself. I carved those things out of my soul. And those things are not for sale. Those things don't get attached to major corporations. And I feel bad and sorry for musicians who feel that they have to do that. And a lot of musicians have done that in the past. Aretha Franklin, Ray Charles, Michael Jackson, some of the greatest musicians of all time. They've even done advertisements, and I would say to that's a mistake. I mean, how hard did Michael Jackson turn on Sony towards the end of his career? Because they realized that they were making a mistake. They realized that they were going down the wrong road by constantly attaching their music to brands. I'm an independent musician who's realizing that now, before I've even got into the pop music scene. I would never be in the pop music scene anyway, but before I even got, into that scene, I'm realizing that now, already before I've even made it famous, that I would never want to attach myself to major brands, because that's not what music is about. That's basic, that just like he says in this article right here, that's as close as selling your soul as you can get, because you're taking a piece of your soul, or something that's supposed to be a piece of your soul anyway, and you're giving it to a major corporation so that they can promote consumerism. No, I'm sorry, I would never be that kind of musician. And like I said before, if my songs never get noticed, if I stay on the underground for all my life, well then I guess that's where I'm supposed to be. I guess that's my fate as a musician, but I'm certainly not going to sell out and use these huge advertising platforms that are trying to, car companies and stuff like that are trying to promote their own products and trying to exploit me. My music, I know that my music is good, and my music will speak for itself because it stands on its own. It's that whole mentality of, cream always rises to the top, right? It may take a long time, but I'm not impatient. I'm very, very patient. I'll just sit here and I'll keep making music until it speaks for itself, because I want my music to be a singularity. I don't want it to be attached to something. I don't want my music to flow through something. The only thing my music flows through is me. And then it speaks for itself, and it promotes itself. It gets popular because it's good, not because it was attached to a major advertisement, right? So that's the point that I wanted to make for this video today is, if you see these musicians on, attaching themselves to these major corporations, that's why I don't have respect for them. That's why I don't follow any of these musicians. I don't support any of these musicians, because, that's not the right path to take. Real artists and real musicians, we make music for the sake of making music, for the sheer joy of making music, because we have music flowing through our veins. We're not making music for corporations. We're not making music by corporations. My music will speak for itself, and if you're a musician out there, you should feel the same way. If you're a real musician out there, you should feel the same way. You should be patient enough and have enough appreciation for your music to just keep your head down and just keep making music until your music flies on its own. And that's the point for today's video. So that's all I wanted to speak on. That's all I wanted to discuss for today's topic, guys. Of course, leave all your thoughts and opinions down there. I know a lot of you guys got completely different views on that, but I really feel strongly about that. I can't stand musicians who are pushing Pepsi and cars and all these brands for major advertisement, because to me, that's them admitting that deep down they know that they're talentless and they need something to push. They need some kind of huge push to get them into the sphere. It doesn't matter if they'll stay there. They won't, because they don't have any real imagination or real talent, so they won't stay there in the sphere. But they need something so desperately to push them into the sphere. Guys, I've been playing music professionally. I've been playing music since the 4th grade. I've been playing music professionally for 15 years. Nothing at professional, like in terms of like getting signed or getting any major deals or really getting out there and being popular. Nothing has ever happened to me my entire life. Am I scrambling for emailing major corporations to get a push out there into the world? No. I'm just making music and I'm putting it out there on the internet, and it will speak for itself. And that's what all musicians should be doing. It doesn't mean don't promote yourself. What I'm saying is don't give in. Don't attach yourself to these major corporations who are just looking to exploit you. Have enough patience and appreciation for yourself to just keep making music, and eventually your music will be heard. Real, true musicians have that patience and appreciation for themselves, and it's something that is disappearing in the world today. Because I'll see a lot of people out there who are just, poser musicians. That's a problem. I discussed this in the last video I did. The main problem in this world is that there are so many posers out there who believe that they are something, but they're not. They're not these things. They just believe that they are things. These things, and they go out there and they attempt to make music, and they attempt again and again and again, and they get writer's block, and they're too focused on the money, and eventually things don't happen, and they get so fed up that they sell out to these major corporations just to give themselves a push. That's not having appreciation for your music. Making music for the sheer joy of it is appreciation for your music, and if you're good enough, you will be noticed. That's the point. So of course, leave all your thoughts and opinions down below in the great white void. I'll see you guys back here for the next vlog very soon. Later.